Today's guest is a singer, a powerful singer if you ask me. And we got to sit and talk about what it's like to sell out a show. And also what it's like to open up for Bad Wolves. You know Bad Wolves. Anyways, please welcome with me singer Roger Trevino of Brave the Elements. We'll start right here.
Cool, man.
Welcome.
Thanks, man.
How do you like that? That's pretty cool, right?
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Super dope.
But yeah, Roger, so welcome here. This is not your first time to the studio or to my house in general, so you're always welcome here. It's always a blessing when you're around.
Appreciate
you bring
that,
up the energy everywhere you go.
Appreciate that. Man.
So what you been up to, man?
Man, honestly, just trying to get back in the swing of things. Trying to get back with Brave. Start working on some stuff that we kind of left unfinished, and then just work on some new stuff.
Good deal. Yeah, so you haven't played any shows recently, right?
Haven't, man. It's been almost been 2 years.
Okay, that's cool, man. Well, is it cool, or is it are you trying to find like the right people for the project?
Yeah, we had to look for another guitar player, another bass player, and then our drummer, when he left, it was hard for us to find someone to that caliber and then just keep kind of going. So
yeah,
everybody that we had was together for at least a year. So that's really been the hardest thing for us to do. So now we're just really focused on getting back in a studio setting, writing more music, and seeing what happens, right?
Dude, I'm excited for you, man. I really am.
Thank you, man.
Because every time, as long as I've known you, you've been in the band, but I've never seen you actually play. So like when it happens, I'm gonna be more ready than you are. Just understand that. Like it's So I really can't wait. I've seen like 10 videos of you.
Yeah.
The sets. I think you have a couple of full sets. I think on there on YouTube, and I just count. You have a voice. You have a voice. It's unique. I know it's you. And we'll talk about about that in a little bit. But I want to start more on your background. Cool. Like, what got you into music? I guess a better question might be, like, what was the first instrument you played? If you play an instrument besides the throat.
Yeah. He said pause. No. So I tried to play instruments. I actually started singing because my parents threw me on a stage one day during Fiesta.
Dang. I
literally sang Spanish songs. I knew nothing of music. I just heard them play the songs, right? Like on the radio. I memorized what they were saying, never knew what they were saying. And then every week or weekend, I'd go, they'd throw me back up on there. People would like ask for me, and that's kind of where it started. I sang Spanish music, not really knowing what I was saying. So then when I started trying to play instruments, I just was terrible. I tried to play drums. My hand-eye coordination's terrible.
Yeah. You're like the male Selena.
Oh, bro. Yeah. It's so funny because that's exactly how I felt. I could never play guitar. I tried. I could play a couple of chords, but I was terrible, man. So I really just tried to learn how to sing correctly. I got into metal, tried to learn how to scream. For a long time, people only knew me by the way I would scream. People would compare me to like other people around town. I don't know if you remember this guy named Jason. He sang for a band called Protein Shake and Forever Is Never. I looked up to him. He was a big brother to me. So he was one of the best screamers in town. And somebody like compared me to him, screaming wise. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, damn, that's sick. So when I heard that, all I wanted to do was like metal music. So that's kind of where, and then obviously evolved, but that's kind of how I started singing and what kind of got me into it.
Good deal, man. And then what was it like to like scream or learn how to scream? His name was Jason?
Yeah.
Was he like the guy that influenced you, or was there like a band or something?
So, I was like heavily influenced by Mudvayne, Stained, Tool, Killswitch Engage. When I first started screaming, dude, they were like, Jesse was an inspiration to me when I actually started to write music. Like, I actually started to be like, okay, I can write a song, right? He was probably the one that influenced me the most because of his style of screaming and singing. Because I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew how to sing because I was singing my entire life, but screaming, that was something that took me forever to learn how to do right. And
without hurting yourself.
Without hurting yourself.
Yeah,
and little did
important.
I know, he hurt himself when he first dropped that first record with them, right? And I didn't really know that what I was doing. I just knew that I was putting everything I had into it, and it came out a certain way, right? And you heard it. So then when I learned how to do it, he went to a vocal coach that like everybody goes to now, that Melissa Cross, and she started putting out like DVDs and YouTube stuff, and I followed her forever. I bought a couple of DVDs and learned how to do it the right way.
Damn, that's cool, man. How long did it take you? Like, what was like really like I don't know, like how long should it take you to learn how to scream properly?
To learn how to scream properly, I mean, if you start right from the beginning, within a year you're gonna master how to get that range and like change from like regular screams to high screams and like find like pitches in it. But for me, man, I didn't even start learning how to do it right until like maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
So, and I've been singing for a long time. So, even to this day, like I'll scream and get on the mic and get crazy, right? And it'll still come out pretty powerful. But a lot of times when it's live, it's hard to control. So, I always tell people, you got to practice as if you're going to perform.
For sure. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Did you like, that Melissa Cross, right? That's her name. Did you like take her lesson or read her book? Did she have a book? Was it on the internet? Did you like, how did you just take lessons, or how did you learn? You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So she had a series of DVDs, and they were called The Zen of Screaming. And at that time, Jessie wasn't a like full on client of hers, but she had the guy from Lamb of God, Randy. She got the guy from Under Oath, Tommy VEXT. She had Tommy VEXT and Howard Jones right before he got into Killswitch.
Nice.
So all these guys were on this DVD, and she's showing people how to scream, how to control certain types of screams, and that's how I learned how to do it correctly from that DVD. And then I just followed her after that. She even had Corey from Slipknot on there.
Damn. It's one thing to like be good and teach it. Like, it's one thing to be good at screaming, and then for her to like teach it at the same time. Not only that, but to teach these kings of the game. So you're watching it and you're like, okay, now I can trust her.
Exactly.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, I grew up listening to these dudes, right? And so like at the time I was like, oh, like that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got one technique down, I was like, practice, right? So, and back then, that's all we did. The band I was in, that's all we did. We practiced every single day, and that's just how I knew how to do it, right?
On the job training.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Dude, like, what's it like to be in a band? Like, it's a very dumb question, but I just feel like I have an idea. I mentioned this in the last episode of the podcast that I've been in a band. We played a show.
Yeah.
And that was work, man.
For sure.
That by itself was work.
For sure. I mean, I think there's different levels, right? I think that when we're younger, we have so much free time, and we grow up with the people that were in the bands, right? Because they're just our friends, whatever, neighbors, we go to school with them, whatever. Yeah. And man, when I was in my first band, we had no worries. We literally lived with each other for months at a time. Wherever we were living, that's where we were practicing. And we were practicing every single day. So we thought we were practicing in order to get to a certain level. And then once we played live, it was like we'd been doing this forever, right? And when you get to play live and you're actually like confident in what you're doing and you have a little bit of a following, whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's cool, right? So it kind of messes with your head, right? So then anything after that, if you're not continuing to put in work and actually not just perfect your craft, but like invest in yourselves, it gets hard to maintain that level of success, right? Yeah. But then as you get older, it's harder to just practice or write or be creative or in a creative space. And so as I got older, I got into bands that were either already established or bands that needed something that I could do. And that was a little, for me, it was strange, but it was very like rewarding because that was already a foundation, right? That was already a base. So I really only had to come in and either learn something that they already did or put my touch on it and then see where it went.
Yeah, is it like you're walking into, like, you get hired at this corporate environment, everything's where it's supposed to be. You're just there in your spot. I don't want to say you're following orders, but you are just the missing last piece of the puzzle or whatever, versus like you're starting your own business, like you got to build this band, whatever, from the strip. So yeah, was that a struggle? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's nice at first, 'cause you just walk in, like, everything's here. We just got to practice and play and maybe even tour, whatever.
Yep.
But are there any struggles with that?
Yeah, man. I think for me, because I've been in all situations, right? I've been in a situation where I just had to learn vocals, come in, re-record, and then practice. And so when I did that, it was challenging because the person that I was trying to replace was so good. But that made it more of a challenge for me. And for me, it gave me a bar, right? So like the lyrics were written, the vocals were already recorded. This dude was sick. And I came in and I was like, how can I take this to the next level? And so at first, it was kind of like, hey, go put the work in, and then you're going to see what the outcome is, right? But sometimes it can be challenging because then once you're ready to be like, all right, let's start writing some new music, it's hard because you already had this like...
Well, you get to be yourself now, a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
But right? You also can't shy away from what the band already is.
Exactly, so right?
That's kind of cool. I feel like that's life. You gotta adapt a little bit. You gotta give some little, some push and pull a little bit, while still maintaining who you are. But yeah, no, that's really interesting. I've never really met someone. Actually, you know what? My last guest, Alex. He is right now a fill-in bassist.
Oh, nice.
So he has to learn all these songs. When they call him. But for you, you're walking into this thing, being part of the establishment, like 100% in. So
yeah, for sure.
You're the first person that I know to actually like do that. So that's really cool.
Yeah. For Brave, man, when we got together, I was moving back to San Antonio. I was just saying hi to some old friends. They had just opened a new studio, Stone Creek. So I was kind of reconnecting with Mac Damon. I'd known him for years. He's like, you got to come see the spot. I want you to meet somebody. Little did I know it was Damien, who I knew from, back in the day when we used to play at the Rabbit and Sam's. And he's like, man, I got these songs. He told me that you would dig them. Okay. So he shows me this song, and we're in his car, and he's singing me like ideas. And there's lyrics to maybe like 30% of it, right? And he's like, this is what I have. This is my idea.
Yeah, like modern rap music.
Oh, yeah, dude. And so then we're like, all right, I have this idea. This sounds cool. All right, when can we sit down? So at first it's like, hey, I have to buy this song from him, and then we can finish it together, right? Because all the music was written. So then I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what can we do? We figure out a price. I come back. We finish writing the song. And it was like... It was crazy because I had never walked into a situation where some of it was written, but I also had the ability to not just put my own touch on it, but like kind of go back and forth with someone who already had ideas of what they wanted to say, what they wanted to talk about. And that part of it was very like, it was refreshing for me, right? Because a lot of times we get into these bubbles where we're like, I want to sound like this. I want to say this. And you need somebody to kind of like bounce those ideas off of and say, that doesn't sound right. Try this, try that. So, I've been in a lot of different situations, but the Brave one was that's been the most rewarding for me for sure.
Oh damn, dude. Yeah, I can relate to that in a way because you know me. I've written a couple songs and I put them out there, but I kind of collaborate with existing vocalists or just people who've never put a song together and they just join me and we do this thing, which is very cool. But I can relate to that in a way because I just feel whenever they have their own style and I got to adapt to that in a way, and vice versa. They know me, you know, so it's a team thing. But what I'm trying to get at is like I've tapped into some potential in me that I didn't know was there. Dude. Like that was really, my jaw dropped a little bit. It was really nice.
Yeah, for sure. I remember listening to your stuff, bro, and I was like, dang, then when I finally came over here to be like, what are you doing? You're like, I wrote all these like drum parts, I wrote all this stuff, and I'm like, it was so dope, bro.
Oh, thanks,
like,
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So like it's not every day that you get to meet someone that does all that stuff and then that still wants to be like, I want to try something else, or I want to put somebody on so they can take it to a different level or add something to it. I think that's always kind of been like your calling card, like trying something new. And it's always like super dope, man. So I've always been a fan, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just experimenting over the last, like, ever since COVID, I've always been doing music stuff related more heavily, putting myself out there, which is kind of awkward at first because even the guitar stuff was kind of awkward, man. Because you don't know how people are going to think of you. But I got to a point, I still have that idea in my head right now, but every year or so, I always break a barrier of like, okay, I don't really care that much anymore, or I care much less of what people think of me.
Yep.
And so I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm just having fun, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just like you. So
absolutely, man.
But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about your first band, Has It.
Yeah.
So I took a listen to a few of the songs, and I just want to say one thing: the drummer is killer on that.
He's crazy.
What was that song you sent me?
Crowded by Light.
Yes. He's got that double bass working overtime.
He's crazy, right?
It's very good.
Yeah, he's super good, man. So his name is Michael Rufo. I call him Snoop. He's my brother, man. He's so good. When we wrote that EP, it was so crazy because everybody, like, if you listen to the bass player, if you listen to the guitar players, like, the musicianship in that band was so ridiculous that I really didn't know what to do. And so that song, that was like our single. That was a single that Kiss played, that we would like push for like our press kits. And I remember being in the studio and they were like, man, you got to sing more. You got to hook that chorus more. And in my head, I was like, but it's going so crazy right now. Like, I got to make it heavy. This is a mean song, right? And him in particular, they'd be like, dude, his chops are just out of this world, man. And he made it a point. Like I said, we used to practice every single day. Before we went in to go record, we had one day to record 3 songs, right? And just music. So the majority of the drums and bass were supposed to be all tracked one day. And we practiced for 3 months, every single day. We had 4 songs, but we ended up just doing 3. Every single day, practicing, breaking down every little fill for him. And he was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So you listen to that song, it's like a drum solo the entire time.
It really is, man.
Yeah, he's sick, dude.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Michael Rufo.
Shout out to Michael Rufo.
Yes, sir.
You were the GOAT. Does he still play?
Like, he does, man. He does. But not for a band right now. He just plays at his shop. So he's a tattoo artist at Idle Hands.
Oh, good deal. Heck yeah, man. Does he do any work on you?
Yeah, he does all my work, actually. So he's done everything that I have. I have a few, but
wow.
Yeah, man, he's sick.
He does it all, man.
He's sick.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah, you definitely changed. Not you.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you have too. But I'm not talking about like your personality. I'm talking about your music. The way you get the music that you play has changed. Is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk today. But yeah, so that was the heaviest side I've seen of you. And then talk about horror.
So Horror on 24, I was hired on as a singer. So
oh dang,
that's
the one you were talking about.
Yeah. So when they gave me the project, everything was already recorded. All the vocals were done already. And I got hired and they were like, do you think you can do these vocals? And I was like, I can try, right? So I remember listening to the song over and over and over. And the singer at the time, his name is JoJo. Bro, he's so good. Like, and I had been a fan of this dude forever. Like, we'd always been in the scene.
Jojo Badillo?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, dude. He's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's sick. So when I heard his vocals, I was like, dang, like, I got to try to be at least at that level. So I remember listening to it and being like, how can I make it heavier? How can I make it pop more? How can I make the chorus hook more? And because, dude, he's so good, bro. And, like, he does such a good job at, like, harmonizing his own voice. Mm-hmm. So good. Anyway, his lyrics, that was the hardest thing for me, to sing someone else's lyrics, right? Because that was the first time I've ever done that.
Right.
So, besides doing covers, so when I read his lyrics, I was like, I have to find a way to connect what I'm going through to, and try to understand what he was saying, right? And if you listen back to that recording, there's a lot of power on those vocals, because not only was I like trying to match his intensity.
Which one? O's Undone or Phantom Dreams?
So Phantom Dreams.
Okay.
Dude.
Which were you on?
I was on both.
Okay.
Yeah. So on every song, I wanted to match not just his, his vocal style, but like his emotion, right? So for me, that was making it a little more intense, because that's just how I connected to the songs. I changed maybe like 3 words out of the entire EP, because I needed it to like reflect a little bit of me, and I needed to connect to it. As soon as I connected though, I love that project so much. That recording, like vocally for me, was probably one of my favorites, just because there was so many things he did that I had to try to do, and it made me better.
Yeah, dude. On Phantom Dreams, that's me. I like that.
He's good.
The guitarist too. The guitarist, the metalcore style that they got, which was like back then, it made sense. Like that's what everyone was playing.
Yeah.
But I like that song a lot.
That song's so sick, man. I remember listening to that song, and they were like, "This is gonna be the single," and I was like, "Yeah, this song has everything. Has a breakdown, everything, man." So yeah, that was my favorite song for sure.
Do you prefer singles, or do you prefer albums or EPs? Like,
man, you know what's crazy is that like everyone I've jammed with, man. Hey, we got to do an EP. Hey, we should just throw singles out. Like, I'm an album guy.
Yeah.
Right? But I also understand how hard it is to write an album that you're 100 with, right? Like every single song. When Brave got together, that was our intention. Our intention was to write an album. We had enough to write like an EP and then maybe like have a single come out, but we wanted to write a record. And as we were going through songs, because it was taking us so long to not write songs, but just to finish them, it was, man, this song's a single, man. And then we would try something else. We'd have this song like waiting in the back and be like, you know what? Let's try something else. Let's try a different guitar tone. So then we put all these songs together, and none of them matched. So it was like, maybe we just stick to singles and see how it goes. But I'm an album guy. That's my preference.
Do like your band members, do they influence you in any way, and vice versa? Do you think you influence them? I don't know. Like, what's that like?
So for Brave, man, I had always been, I was always influenced by them. I was always inspired by them. That was one of the best collection of musicians that I've been around.
I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
How did you start Brave the Element, or
it was Damien and I. So they were all Damien songs.
Got it.
And they were pieces, and then we just put them together and finished them, and then we brought on another guitar player. We brought on a bass player, and then we brought on a drummer. So he had all these like rough tracks, but they came in and put their like spin on it. Like especially like Tommy, our drummer, bro, that dude's a machine. And like at the time, everybody programs drums, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what everybody does now.
Guilty.
Hey, we all do it, right? So we had these drums that were programmed, and they were sick. But Tommy he's a brother, right? So like I've known him since I was a kid. We were in cover bands together, everything, man. So like he's the reason why I stayed on stage. Anyway, we had an opportunity to put him on the band, and he came in. He's like, I'm gonna record all these drums all over again. Came in, recorded them, and just destroyed. We had Chris Bauer come in and like tune the drums, and it was just crazy.
And who's that? I don't know.
So he works at Aztec right now as the sound guy, but he was Nothing More's sound guy for a little while. Yeah, he's
an important man.
Oh yeah, dude, he's a big deal. So like, and that's the cool thing about it, man. Like Brave got so lucky. We were surrounded by so many good people. Mac Damon, Clifton Miles. Like these dudes were for real. Like we weren't coming in and like just recording whatever. Like
there's a lot of intention in the room.
Yeah, so I was always lucky to be around such just good musicians, good people, and like it always inspired me. The fact that they could do it on that level, and it just motivated me to like work harder, because I mean, these guys were Grammy winning, Grammy nominated, you know what I mean? Like these dudes are for real, man. So like I was always like, dang, what am I doing here, right? So I would like to think I motivated them too. If there's one thing that everybody would tell you, is that they'll tell you that I try to work as hard as possible. Like I'm the type, like, give me another take.
I can tell. Yeah. And I don't even have to. I knew, because remember we were trying to work on some music here, but my fault. It didn't work out. Well, I'm still learning, man.
It's all good.
So, but it's all good. For the time that we did spend together, no, you're very patient. You're very patient, and you know the details. And I feel like I was bullying you, but I knew I wasn't, because I know you're a perfectionist. But it just, for the average person, might seem like that. But for you just to like, just retake some stuff, that's really nice. I think whoever. When Brave does get back together, I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen very, very well. Yeah, I just know that. You're a perfectionist, man. Thank you. Are you on Bandmix? Like, where are you at? Like, how can they find you?
So we're on everything. We're on Pandora. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. You can find Brave the Elements anywhere you stream music. We're on every single
platform. Trying to find members right now.
Oh, right now? So now, it's Dame and I we're focused on just writing right now. So we're not really looking for anyone right now. We're just worried about us getting back into the studio, getting, just some new material ready to go, and some unfinished stuff too.
That's awesome, man. Who have you recorded with? I guess Clifton?
Clifton has been I've done the majority of my recordings with him. Mac Damon, I've done a lot with him. Damien has produced me and guided me along the way for the entire run of Brave. I've worked with Jim Meek, who's the brother of Tommy, but he's really the only reason why I stayed in the studio, man. Like, he's such a good big brother to me. He'd be like, come on, just come to the house and we're just going to record. And I had an idea, and he'd be like, we'll just come over here. We're just going to do it right now. And he would constantly, let's go again. No, that's right. No, let's go again. Let's go again. And he's so good that I was like, I got to come ready. If it wasn't for him being so encouraging, I probably wouldn't have recorded. I wouldn't have wanted to write music anymore, because I was just like, dang, I'm just not good at this, right? And
no, you are your biggest critique.
Yeah,
and that's very normal. I think I'm like that all the time. I think everyone's like that. It's not you. It's just you're passionate about it.
For sure, man.
That's what it is, man. You just care so much.
For sure.
I'd rather be like that than like not care at all, and then you slip up and then make a fool of yourself. It could be the opposite.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I mean, every time in the studio, like Damien, Clifton, man, I'm a very, like, I love the feedback. I feed off of, like, if you tell me to do it again or you can do it better, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give you everything I have to try to do that. So, like, Damien, man, I mean, we would average, like, 25 to 30 takes for maybe half a verse, you know? So, like, he was very, like, that's not it. Nope. What are you doing? And I'm a tough love guy, man. So, like, for me, I'm a perfectionist. Like, you're going to push me, and I'm going to try to give you everything I have. So, yeah, I like that environment. I love having someone there to coach me and to, like, push me.
Yeah, dude. That's so cool. I never met Clifton, but he's incredible. But is he, like, a straightforward guy?
Yeah, dude. He's so good, bro. Like,
that's good.
He has the craziest ear, man. Like, every time he does a mix, he takes it to, like, the next level. Like, he always finds a way to like surprise me. It's crazy. He's great, man.
Dang. Yeah, man. He basically built, I don't know, I feel like he built a lot of bands.
He did, man.
You know, studio wise. Like I never even recorded with them, but I know who he is.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm just a fan of these bands.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy how big of an influence he's been.
Absolutely.
For the San Antonio rock and metal community.
Yep.
But yeah, I was listening to Brave the Elements songs, man. I really like Tidal Wave. I like my second fave was New Blood.
Nice.
My first, and I don't know why, I'm not a slow song kind of person, but Amnesia was like my favorite.
Yeah. That's a cover.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cover of Josh Abbott from.
I thought it sounded familiar,
dude.
I thought it sounded familiar, but I don't know all the words, so I didn't know.
Yeah. So it was a funny story, man. When I first got back into the studio setting, I was very like, I want to do covers. Like, I have these ideas to like reimagine songs, and Mac was like, just give me a song and we'll figure it out. And Damien and I had been toying with a bunch of ideas, but we were so locked into writing new music that we would be like, the cover is, you know, we'll do that later because that's easy stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was just so set. We had finished like 3 songs, and I was so set. I want to do this song. We can do it easy. Like, let's do it. Mac literally wrote the song like in 2 days, bro. He composed all everything in piano. Got somebody to come do a slide guitar. It was wild. So then we get in. I record. We mix, we master, and we put it out on everything, right? On all our platforms, and we release it as Brave. So I'm a huge Josh Abbott fan, right? And everybody,
you sang it well,
dude. Thank you, dude, because he's
you
so
sang it very
good,
well,
man.
man.
Thank you, bro. And that was all Mac, man. Like he really challenged me on that song for sure. And we're posting these songs. We're like, oh, check it out, now available, right? And we keep tagging Josh Abbott. After like the 5th tag, he reposts.
Oh, that's cool.
And man. I was like, that was like it for me. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. That was a cool moment.
I gotta meet this Mac person, bro.
Dude, there's not very many people that are better than him, man.
Sounds like it. I like it, like on that song Amnesia, the cover. I like those little like doos. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but I noticed that.
Yep.
That was kind of cool. You don't hear a lot of that in, you know, I didn't expect it for a cover like that.
Yeah, and, he does a lot, man. All the music was that was all him. Every idea, that was all him. Yeah, he did an incredible job.
Yeah, I know he definitely did. And does he do a lot of the other songs that you like? New Blood, my second favorite.
So he, I love that song too. He did not produce us on that one or produce me, but he did help us with the drums and the guitars. So he
that was him on guitar?
No. He just comes in to kind of like just to listen to it. He gives his his opinion and his guidance. But that song, the majority of it was just Clifton and Damien.
And who wrote the guitar on that one? On that solo?
So that was our guitar player at the time, Alex, bro. Mm-hmm. I miss him, man. He was incredible.
He's got like this Tom Morello on that song, at least. I don't know him personally, but on that song, I'm getting this Tom Morello vibe.
He's so sick, bro. So that's what I loved about him, man. He can literally play anything. That dude was born to play guitar, and he's that guitar player that doesn't stay in a box. Like, we would constantly be changing like styles. We'd be like, oh, we want to write this heavy song. He'd be like, I got a riff for that. Oh, we want to write this like slow song. I got a riff for that. Damn. So yeah, man, I miss him. He was incredible.
What's your favorite song that you've ever written in any band?
Ooh, my favorite song, it would have to be The Art of Murder. It was on a compilation CD during the pandemic, and Daniel Bass wrote a bunch of songs and picked me to be on one of them, and that was my all-time favorite. That song was very, very deep for me. Mm-hmm. And it was part of it was a song from when I was in Hazek, and I kind of took that one and then put it with some stuff that I just kind of had lying around, and it just fell together so well. I love that song.
A lot of your music, man, it's got like this breakup vibe to it.
Yeah.
So like, I'm seeing a trend when I listen to you.
Yeah.
But it works, bro.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, man. It's funny because people are like, they're always like, who are you talking about? Or what are you talking about?
Yeah,
dude. But, the truth is that, spoiler alert, a lot of times I'm talking to myself. So if you watch the music video to The Art of Murder, it's me talking to myself the entire time. And if you're just listening to the song, it's very easy to be like, oh, he's talking about a relationship. I am talking about a relationship with myself. So a lot of the times when I'm saying things a certain way, yeah, you always kind of attach them to certain memories or certain people. But for the most part, I want people to take it for what it is, what they take it for, right? But
it's perfect balance.
Most of the time I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, you leave a lot of it up to interpretation.
For sure.
That's really smart. Do you have like a favorite, I don't know, you played a lot of shows in your day.
Oh yeah, dude.
What's your favorite like memory from a show? I don't know. Like
my favorite memory was opening up for Tommy VEXT from Bad Wolves. Dude, that dude, man, bro, he did so much for me. He influenced me and he motivated me so much. And when we finally got the opportunity to play with him, he treated us like he knew us, bro, like family. And it was crazy because we played with him in Austin. Now, he didn't put us on the show. The promoter put us on there, right? We got lucky. And after we talked to him and we were like, our booths were next to each other. So like he does a meet and greet after every single show for everybody. He stays in like...
Bad Wolves, you said?
Yeah, dude.
The ones that do that cover of Cranberries?
Yes, dude.
I love that song.
Every show that he plays, he does a meet and greet for free. He'll stay and meet every single person, right? And I always thought that was super dope. And the night that we played with him, we so happened to be right next to him, right? Our booth was right there. So everybody that was waiting in his line had to pass us.
Yeah.
So we had opened for him. So they were like, and it was pretty much sold out, right? So we meet everybody, blah, blah, blah. We wait, we break down, and we start talking to him. And we're like, dude, thank you so much. He was like, oh, you guys are sick, da, 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 right? And I was like, we were trying to jump on the rest of your tour because he still had like 2 more dates, right? And
I'm guessing locally?
It was like Dallas and then Houston, right? And so I think Dallas may have been like the last one. I can't remember, but we were like, yeah, man, we tried to jump on, but they never got back to us. We heard that we were going to get on, then we never did. And he's like, well, who'd you talk to? So at the time we named the promoter, right? Or the venue. He's like, you know what? Send me your stuff. And
I'll tell Tammy. I'll get Tammy on the line.
No lie.
I don't know her name, but yeah.
No lie, bro. His guy hits us up the very next day. He's like, hey, are you guys down to come play with us in Houston?
Nice.
Absolutely, right? His manager moves the entire bill around just to put us on.
Wow, that's such he sounds like a very nice guy.
Dude.
I don't know how else to put it.
And he's real too.
For him to drop some dollars, on you guys, because I'm sure, yeah, it took some money and time to do that, to move it around. Do you feel like it changed in any way, like how like people they I don't know, like was it a bigger venue? I don't know, like what did that change you in any way?
So honestly, man, like it changed me, but in a way that like it made me like really, really like realize it's about helping.
It really is,
other,
man.
Right?
Like, it really is.
So many days, like so many times, man, in the music industry, like people step on each other, they use each other to like, get fans, whatever.
I've heard about
money,
that. I've heard
right?
about that, yeah.
And like I've always been in the mindset of it's all love, right? Like when we were kids, man, we were this crazy metal band that sounded like Mudvayne on steroids.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, dude. Playing with a band that sounded like Shinedown. You know what I'm saying? And they were sick, but we were 2 totally different bands. But we were brothers. Like
that's all that matters.
That's all that mattered.
That's some commonality that I because I talk to a lot of musicians and they say that same general idea.
Yeah.
Like you need a foundation. to at least move, to at least go somewhere.
Oh, dude, and don't get me wrong, like,
yeah,
there's some bands that you want to play with that are like, okay, they kind of like fit our whatever genre, but for the most part, man, like, you're helping each other, you're giving each other support, and it really, when we played that show, dude, and when he did that for us, I was like, yo, this dude is like, not only did he do it to help us, but he was real about it. He was like, I like this. I like what you're doing. You know, don't stop grinding. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Like, and he kept in contact. And I always thought, like, to this day, bro, like, he's been such a good dude to me that I'll never not be a supporter and a fan of his.
Yeah, that's good. Do you still talk to him?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, especially because he's now doing like his solo albums, but he writes all his stuff and he's constantly working, man. So yeah, I just try to keep up and just try to keep supporting him because he deserves that, man. He's such a good dude and he's an incredible artist, man.
What's his name again?
Tommy VEXT.
Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course, from Bad Wolves.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. So you actually that's really cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm happy you got that connection.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Do you how many music videos have you like been in?
Ooh, I've acted in a couple of music videos for different bands, and then for us, I think we have 3 music videos, and then plus the one that I did for the compilation. So I've probably been in about 4 or 5.
That's cool.
Yeah. Man.
Is there like not as acting, because I've okay, a little side story. You know that band Left for Dead?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so they're on the come up.
Yeah, I know.
They really, and they were at the show at Guadalupe, whatever, for Easy Kai Fest.
That was sick.
And so that's the second time I've ever seen them live.
Yeah, they're sick.
I know the one of the screamers.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Yeah.
The guy who was a sports memorabilia, and I was in their last music video, and it was really fun. It was really exhausting.
Who did it, Fernando?
I don't know.
He's sick.
I don't know.
That's my dude, man.
But whoever did that music video, they knew what they were doing. It was recorded at Vibes.
Oh, yeah. It was Fernando then, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Fernando.
So I think it was called Necro Dancer or something like that. Not the other N word, but just want to say that right. Yeah. Episode 2. I don't want to end here.
Yeah, bro.
But
get canceled. What's up?
But yeah, if you watch that music video, I don't know what I was doing, man. Yeah. I was just jamming, right? I was with everyone, but everyone's wearing black and I'm wearing like a blue polo tee, so I felt a little out of place.
So you were the star, basically.
I don't know, man. It felt like I was I don't know. It felt a little awkward, but nobody said anything. I felt part of the family, so it was cool.
Yeah. Dude, they're sick, man. And being in music videos is really cool. So like for me, I'm a very like, I have to get in a certain like headspace. So like I told you earlier, like usually when I practice as if I'm going to play a show. So I'm running around, I'm jumping. I do this whole like warm up where I have to like get into like a certain like state of mind.
If it were me, like if I were doing a music video, I would do things that I wouldn't be able to do on stage because you're not really playing.
Dude, so
I don't know.
The majority, I think we've done 3 music. I've done 3 music videos with Ruben from Upon a Burning Body. Dude, that dude is like, he has a crazy.
He's a really nice guy.
Oh yeah, dude, he has a crazy imagination too, and like he can bring almost any idea you have to life, right? So, I had this idea to basically like have myself talking to myself, right? And I remember he was like, you got to look like you're crazy, like you're sick.
Yeah.
And I was like,
say less, dog. More so than just because if you act like kind of crazy, it's not going to come out right.
Exactly
it's going to look
Bro, so we're doing this shoot for 8 hours in a garage. It's 105 degrees outside, right? It's like 110 degrees in this garage. And I am in full blown fucking character, dude. Like I am like,
that's good.
Oh, bro. And he's like, hey, like you're like singing, like actually screaming and singing. And I was like, yeah, bro. Like I can't go into a music video, a practice without like actually doing stuff. Because again, bro, I'm not a musician, bro. Like I consider myself a performer, right? But like I need to match a certain level because I've always been surrounded with these crazy musicians or these crazy talented people. So I'm like, I got to try to prove myself, right? And like earn my keep. So that's my mentality every time, man. Like he came in and he's like, yo, I got goosebumps watching this stuff. And I was like, that was sick, bro. Like, so I've ever since then, man, I've really tried to give everything I have in everything that I do, but especially like anything that's like in a music video or studio show, bro, I'm going wild. Every single time. Oh, dude, I'm going wild on a show. Like that's why I train, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm all about it, bro.
Dang, that's cool. I can't wait to see you live.
I appreciate that. Dude.
Are there any, like, who are your current inspirations? Is it still Sleep Token? I think you told me that one time, right?
Yeah, I'm a huge Sleep Token fan.
Yeah.
So right now I am like all about this band President.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh, dude. I mean, I can't get enough of them. I think that, you know, it's funny because I sent it to a buddy of mine and I was like, this is the song that we should have written. I'm so mad that they wrote this song. Like, I think that they're so smart in the way they do things. Sleep Token is a huge inspiration for me. And then Architects. Right now, those are my top three currently.
Yeah, President, I think, because I've been dabbling into like rock music lately in general, because I'm more of a metalcore or whatever.
Sure.
So, but isn't President like kind of more on the rocky side?
Yeah, so they're like if I had to classify them, they're like a modern new metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes,
that's how I see that.
That's pretty accurate. Dang. But yeah, do you have like a favorite song by President?
Right now, I'm gonna tell you that it's In the Name of the Father.
Oh, that's the one I heard. That was the only one I heard, and I think I hit that like button like on whatever, because I have YouTube Premium. So
yeah.
I hit that.
Yeah. So they just dropped another. They have 3 songs out right now, right? And every single song is completely different. Like the song they just dropped, it's called Rage. It's like an EDM song, dude. It goes for it's like it's crazy. Like, and then ends with a crazy breakdown. And this dude has a crazy pretty hook going over it. They're so sick, man. They remind me of like I said, like it's like a modern new metal.
No, for sure. It definitely is.
For sure.
I was gonna ask you, off topic.
No, yeah.
If you could like learn any instrument like tomorrow without any work, what would you want to play?
Piano.
Okay.
Piano.
Well, you can learn piano.
Oh, dude, that's so hard, bro.
It's just like pressing buttons.
Dude, I can't even, like, my hand-eye coordination's crazy. And then, like, it's so, my thing is, like, playing and singing, too, right? So, like, I try to, like, YouTube learn, right? I had friends who were trying to teach me, but it's always been so hard for me to actually soak it in and then remember it.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I can play, like, you know.
Yeah, it's like playing the rhythm guitar and then your lead guitar at the same time. So I get it.
It's so hard, bro. Like but if I could go back in time as a kid, I'd learn how to play piano. It would translate to all the other.
It really does.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. Like, I remember being like, dang, like those are all the notes. Like when I talk to guitar players, they're like, oh yeah, that's that note right there. That's that note.
Well, I'm not that good because piano was my first instrument.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
But if you ask me today, like I don't know anything. I can play it. Like I can memorize a song and play, you know, good enough. But
you wouldn't.
I never like memorized music that well.
Dang, really?
Yeah, I don't know what an A sounds like.
That's shocking to me, dude.
I don't know.
Because every time, like, especially when you do covers, you translate that shit so like.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, and I'm always like, oh, cool. Like, he just translated a keyboard-driven song to, you know, a distorted guitar. That's I don't know,
man.
Dude.
It's just
sick.
It's like being in a mental playground. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
But yeah, and it doesn't take me that long. Like it really doesn't. You know.
I know. I saw. I think I didn't see you for like a week. I came back and you're like, bro, I got a surprise. And it was White Stripes. It was that White Stripes song, remember?
Yes.
And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I gotta show you a surprise, dog. And I was like, what is this? And it was completely different, right? And I was like, this is sick. And you're like, you like that? I was like, fuck yeah, I love that
But
shit.
to give credit where it's due, that was an already remix, and then I just kind of built on top of that. And then you came back and you gave me critiques, which was very helpful.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that was sick, dude.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Damn, what was I gonna ask you? Is there like was there a time that you actually got nervous on stage, or like you actually like I don't want to bring that energy in here, but if I had to, was there like a time where you're like, I feel really awkward right now?
Absolutely, man. There was a few times. So like, especially like early on, like when I was younger, we'd play at Sam's Burger Joint all the time.
Oh, that's the spot, dude.
Beautiful,
The spot,
bro. It was beautiful. And
Kingdom
like,
Collapse is playing in a couple weeks. So
Yep.
I might be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go to. Our buddies are from there, so Gaston was supposed to play drums for us. Nah, that's our boy, man. No, he's in our picture, so he's great, man. He's awesome. I love Jonathan too. That's a homeboy from a long time ago, man. Those guys are awesome. But yeah, we used to play there all the time, and I remember we played there with like 4 of our homies, right? Different bands, all different genres. We pretty much sell the place out. I'm 19 years old.
Wow,
dude. I get there and I'm like, what's going on?
there's
like,
beer here.
And there's a line to get in, and I'm like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, right? And like, granted, we played at the Rabbit a few times. You know, we played in front of a couple hundred people, right? But this was different. This was like our gig, and I remember being like, what in the world am I gonna do? And I couldn't even open my eyes. So I do have a bad habit of closing my eyes when I sing.
That's
but
good.
yeah. But then I never opened my eyes.
Wow.
And it was funny because I used it as an excuse for me. I was like, I'm gonna close my eyes so I picture who I want to say this to.
Okay.
Right? But it really was, I was just nervous, and I was like, I don't want I don't want to see all these people and then be like, she's looking at me, right? And then be like, I forget.
Or just
the
wear
words.
shades. Maybe you thought about wearing shades?
Dude. So like, it's funny because like I move around so much, and I've always thought like I'm a very like, I want to dress up. I like to like.
Oh yeah, you do wear the paint, right?
I love to wear like a bunch of blood and stuff like that. It's just like kind of my thing, right? And I've done that since I was a kid. We used to put like mud.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we used to put like brown paint, or like we used to have real mud on our clothes, but like brown paint on our faces, baby powder in our hair. We used to be crazy.
Every element on the table.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. So there was just another way to kind of like hide for me. For me, right?
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, man. So like for me, I was very insecure, you know what I mean? Like for the longest time, especially not being a very like good singer, right? I was always a screamer.
Oh, I was gonna say like you're actually really good, but
I appreciate that.
But for the time, like you weren't.
I was so insecure about my clean vocals that I was like, I needed to put myself in a different headspace, so I didn't really like. I just went up there and tried to perform, and so yeah, man. With glasses, I would wear glasses, and I came up the first song, I go down, I jam, boom, they're in the crowd, bro. Like halfway through the crowd, and I'm like,
wait, how? Like
I went up. I used to have a riser.
Okay.
So I would jump up to this riser, wait for the drop, come down, and as soon as I was dropped, boom, out there, straight into the crowd, bro.
Were they expensive?
No. Luckily, they were just Walmart ones.
That's good.
Still, dude.
I that's all I rock.
It's about the fit, dog.
Mine are 50. I can't buy expensive accessories. I just don't trust myself with them.
Bro.
Every glasses I own is like $15 max.
Yeah, dude.
Because I like to just go to the beach and not have to worry about it.
Hell
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Or in your case, going to a show. But yeah. Is there anything that we should know about anything that you're writing right now? Or are there any projects that you want to promote right now that you're working on? Or you don't have to say it, but just in general.
There's not necessarily one thing that I'm all about right now, with the exception of Brave. That's really my focal point right now, is getting back into Brave the Elements, getting back into a place where we can continue to finish stuff that we have and then write some new stuff. I'm very, very driven right now and I have like a creative itch, and I really just want to do more, before it's too late. Right. And, I am very open about being like trying other stuff too. So like, I love doing covers. I love doing guest appearances, guest vocals. I love collaborating with other like musicians. So if there's, something I want to promote, it's just that. Like if you just want somebody to come on and scream, sing, whatever, man, hit me up. Like I'm all about it. Especially for covers, but I just love being around other musicians and creative minds because I just feed off of it. It makes me work harder. So, yeah, man, I would encourage people just to check out Brave the Elements, put them back on the radar because we're going to come back pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if anything, this video will get a couple listeners.
I appreciate that.
I think it will.
Yeah.
And I'll put y'all's information down below.
Thank you, man.
Do you have like a website or is it just Instagram? Or
just Instagram right now, yeah.
Okay, easy enough.
Yeah,
I'll put it there. What do you like to do in your free time?
Dang, dude.
I feel like music's our free time.
That is our free time, right?
But like, I don't know. Is there anything else? Like,
so I enjoy exercising like crazy.
You do? I do. Okay.
Man. So I do a crazy intense workout. I try to work out at least once a day for an average of 2 hours.
That's crazy, bro.
I try to train like some kind of athlete. I'm not an athlete whatsoever, but I try
like Mike Tyson maybe.
Hey, bro, I try to do like throw in some like football training with some strength training and some endurance training. But I genuinely enjoy doing that. I have a lot of fun. Like a lot of my friends are like either like ex-military or
that's good.
Or law enforcement. So I take a lot of their training,
their habits,
and I'm like, and I throw them into my routine.
That's
so
pretty smart, man. I
man.
need some of those guys in my life.
Dude, my friend was a Marine trainer. So like he was the guy you went to when you went to boot camp.
Yeah. I actually got a buddy who does that.
Dude.
Over at
yeah, so when I first started training like that, he was like, that stuff I make the kids do. And I'm like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
And so we just threw it into the routine. And like to this day, like I'll do like bear crawls with like, sandbags, whatever, bro, wearing weighted vests. Like I like to break myself.
Yeah.
Break the body down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's meant to do.
Yeah, dude. I genuinely enjoy like
I
trained to break, dog.
For sure. No, I had an anatomy off topic.
Yeah.
But I had an anatomy teacher in high school, and one thing he would always say is, if you don't, what do you say? If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, or something like that.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
You know what though? That's like honestly, that's like true with music too. Like,
dude,
dog. Like I'm a very like, I'm telling you, if I'm not constantly doing it, like, it's hard, bro, because it's so hard. Like you stop playing guitar for a little while. You're a little rusty, right? Like, for me, man, if I'm not singing, that's why I was telling you when we're doing the cover.
It's a muscle.
I have to do it all the time just to stay in it.
That's so frustrating. I mean, I'm sure it's not, but like guitar, you don't have to work out anything. This is, I think, a muscle, right?
Absolutely, man. If I go into the studio and I haven't been practicing or singing for like a month, you're going to be like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Like, what have you been doing?
Yeah. Have you gone to the throat gym?
Yeah. Have you been working out? Like, no, yeah.
Same thing though.
Yeah.
100%. Sure. Have you been practicing?
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's crazy. That's yeah. No, that I gotta admire singers for that. I didn't really think about that until now.
I constantly have to do it, man. And like, because I'm not like, it took me so long to get to the level that I'm at. And I definitely am my biggest critic, but like the range for me is so important. And if you don't practice on those highs, the lows.
What's your tone? Do you know like what you are?
No. So when I was a kid, I was an alto, right? And then I kind of went into like a tenor. Now
I don't even know what these means, but I'm sure someone will.
Yeah, no. For those of you in choir, you'll understand that. No, but I honestly, like now, I really don't know. I've been trying so hard to kind of get back into metal and to really get back to like screaming, but screaming with like a pitch. I think that I'm probably closer to like an alto, but for me, I don't know. I want to be like in the like tenor range just because you can go super high. And nowadays, bro, everybody's tuning to A and, you know, using 8-string guitars and
y'all, does your guitarist have any 7 strings or 8 strings? I think
they're all 7 strings. All the songs.
On Watch Me Burn, I think I saw one, and then did the other guitars not have one?
No, he had one. They both had one.
They both had one? Okay. I don't know why I thought that. I wanted to ask that. I thought that was kind of unusual if that were the case, but that's not the case. So.
And then for New Blood, we actually used Brian Welsh's signature guitar. Dude, and that thing is a beauty, bro.
It is.
Oh, dude. So it sounds mega tough, dude. Like mega tough. Like that thing is super sick. And we used it in the video. You can't really see because of the theme of the video, but yeah, he used it in the video. Sick.
That's crazy. Do you prefer like rock or metal?
So me, man, it's so crazy because I
like listening to, like, you're going to the gym.
If I'm going to the gym, I'm listening to like President, Sleep Token, Architect. So it's more of like a metal.
Yeah.
Like a metal core, I guess you could say. But like, if it's just me like driving, it's like maybe like some country.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like, you know what I mean? Morgan Wallen, Sam Hunt.
Morgan Wallen.
Dude, that I really like that. But when it comes to like writing music, right now, for the past couple of years, it's been a more rock kind of feel for sure. I definitely want, like, I grew up on A Perfect Circle and Tool. Those were my biggest influences when I was younger. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Good. And I've always had those tendencies, like those habits, the same kind of like resolve out. Like he uses a lot of like scales to resolve out, or, you know, just to like, he does a scale on like every other word. And I've always liked that, and I always do it. Every time I do it, people are like, "Can you stop trying to sing like Maynard?" I'm like,
Have you ever sang country before?
Yeah. I'm not very good at it, but yeah.
For me.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, I tried to do like an all country set once, like acoustic. Yeah, it didn't go very good, but it was fun. I maybe out of the 7 songs I did, I'd probably tell you I did 2 of them like okay.
Like how you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. And then because it was kind of going off the rail, I did like
what does that mean?
Yeah, it wasn't staying on the country road, if you know what I'm saying. So
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so we threw in
strumming harder.
Yeah,
palm muting a little bit.
Song and a Tool song, because I was like,
okay.
We might as well just mix that in there.
There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you keep it within the same, I don't know, volume range or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. Have you ever been like in a mosh pit, or do you prefer crowd surfing? Like, what's your, if you do that, have you done that?
I've done it too many times. I haven't crowd surfed.
You do, it's fun.
Oh, dude, I saw that you did it, dude. That was so
yeah. So Parkway Drive was playing. Well, it was Parkway, Killswitch, Beartooth, and I Prevail, and then Devil Wears Prada beneath them, and then there was a bunch of other bands. Yeah, and so I was crowd surfing to Parkway's newest song called Sacred.
Sick.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Sick.
And then my friend's friend got a photo of it, which was just like, I didn't know that was taken until like the day after.
Oh, you didn't? That wasn't like you telling someone to do that?
No, so the video, I gave my buddy Adam, I gave him my phone so he can record me, but the photo that someone else took, I had no idea. And that was such a cool photo. Like, I'm always going to have that. So
it was sick, man. So I've never crowd surfed. I always wanted to, but I've always been a bigger dude. So like I was always afraid of like me hurting someone, right? Because I've been the guy that's under it for so long, right? So that part of it was very scary for me, especially like jumping into the crowd. I was gonna try.
I've fallen a few times.
Dude.
I've fallen a few times.
So when we would play,
it's not fun.
I tried, right? Or I told myself I was going to try. And as soon as I would get into the crowd, I'd be like, I'd just come back out of it. Like, nah, I'm good, man. But moshing, so when I was a kid, because, you know, we always want to get up to the front, I kind of just fell into a mosh pit. Most of the time when I was actually in a mosh pit, the first time was at a Lamb of God show. Okay, so it was like Lamb of God and Killswitch at Sunset Station. All right, and Lamb of God was headlining. They were doing the Wall of Death, right? And I was like, hey, I got to get out of here. But we couldn't move. So I couldn't, bro, and I was the smallest guy at the time, right? So I'm stuck in this sea of people, right?
Hey, Mom?
Yeah. Oh, dude. And
I love you.
Yeah. They're like, this side, go over here, this side. And I'm like, I got to get out, but I can't move. So my bass player at the time's like, hey, don't worry, bro. I got you. We're going to fuck somebody up. And I was like, no. And I seriously.
But you need someone like that.
Oh, bro. I was so scared for my life, bro. So we move. And as they're like, 1, 2, 3, boom. I couldn't even, my feet didn't touch the floor. Oh, bro. I'm just like this. Luckily, I just kind of crashed into this other wall of people, right? And I'm like, okay, that wasn't too bad. But my bass player was so set on protecting me and like fucking somebody up that all he did was just swing, dude. I ain't a big boy, bro. Like, he a big boy. So he's out here throwing punches and I'm like, oh, so then it starts to break out into a mosh pit. So at this point, my feet hit the ground. I'm in survivor mode. I'm just like, no, right? But I'm pushing and trying to get out at the same time.
Yeah.
That was the craziest mosh pit I've ever been in. But I've only been in a couple. If I had to pick one, though, I'd go for a mosh pit.
Mosh pit, yeah. Yeah, at least your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can control what
I don't know. I feel like once... Yeah, you got to get the crowd surfing crowd just right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't fall and it feels kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
You're just there. And then the nice thing about crowd surfing is that when you finally reach the front, security, I don't know if they're taught this, but it seems like they are. They catch you and they land you gently on your feet.
That's crazy, man. I've always seen them to where they like either like throw them to somebody else or they just make sure that you like slide off the right way. But that's cool, man.
At least I'm a smaller guy than you, so maybe they do it with me. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you're a bigger guy, probably not. But it's really nice.
Guess depends on who's catching.
For sure. Yeah. Is there anything else that we should know about you, man?
No, man. I think we covered a lot. I appreciate being here.
Yeah,
it's been fun, man.
I want to thank you for being on.
Nah, man, I really appreciate it.
If it weren't for you, there would be no episode 3. So you're making my dream come true. Just understand this.
I appreciate that,
man. And hopefully people listen to you. I know they will.
Appreciate that.
And I'm gonna put your stuff down below.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Do you want your personal handle to go?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much.
You're the best.
Thank you, man. You
Appreciate
are.
it.